But I was messing through this, and I got kind of reminded about a different. I think it was maybe a deck tech we did, or I was just thinking that if it like the Gearhulk Magma Opus thing felt pretty good, and it just was like. It just didn't seem that hard to pair it in this Isn't Shell with Indomitable Creativity. And so I was playtesting this deck last night, and it felt very, very good. Felt better than any of the other decks I've been like messing around with post banning and Pioneer. The big ideas obviously are you're kind of like a regular blue-red control deck, or at least in some ways you are. You've got impulses and Censor, some early game interaction. Then you have Fable, Shark Typhoon, and Magma Opus as token generators, although you also have a couple copies of Sokenzan and one Den of the Bugbear as other ways to make tokens. And then you can either just play your normal Gearhulk control game plan, or you can creativity into one Gearhulk or a bunch of Gearhulks and flashback some Dig Through Times and some Magma Opuses. The deck has been pretty sweet so far. Last night I played a league and I played against 5 mono green devotion decks, which was not very fun to play against all 5. I did go 4-1 in that league, so while it is nice to be playing a deck today. Oh, well, this is a backup deck. Well, it is nice to be playing a deck that I feel is favored, hopefully against mono green. The format right now is kind of. Let's hope it's not as hellish as it's been. And just it's all mono green again. My opponent has said, "Glad you on a delay." I don't know what that means. I don't know how to respond to that. Look, I don't like to accidentally do stream sniping. I'm going to concede match and move on. Well, I mean, you could just close the stream. Don't have to concede the match. It's okay if you see my opening hand. I understand it happens. It's fine. Yeah, my opponent was what? That's absolutely what happened. My opponent was definitely playing mono green, and it was like, oh no, Spike's gonna get so mad. I'm playing mono green. That is absolutely what just happened. There's no other. That's definitely the case. You wasn't. What were you playing? You don't have to concede. You could just, close the freaking stream, It's okay if you see my hand. I understand that happens a lot. Against a Yorion deck. Mono green Yorion. Ugh. I think I'll cycle one more of these Censors. Considers a good pickup. I think especially with the dig in my hand, I'm supposed to aggressively Fable, and then they can't. They played Teferi Hero, not too many 4-mana sorcery speed planeswalkers. They do have the 4-mana instant speed. Wandering Emperor though. I love how Fable is really perfect in this deck, where you get to make a token for creativity, make more tokens for creativity, fuel Dig Through Time with the discard, and then you can even copy Gearhulk with the 3rd chapter. I love how all the chapters are really relevant here. Probably can't afford to not censor this. Then I'll also Dig Through Time. Pretty good turn for me, obviously. So I could try to creativity the Fable next turn. I think I'll take creativity Gearhulk. Just have 2 threats here. Although, so I guess what's nice about taking creativity is if my opponent taps out for Teferi, I have something I can slam myself. But here, I think I'm probably gonna be a bit more interested in just channeling Sokenzan. I think I'll just do this main phase 2, get a little pressure on my opponent. If they castle, I'll Fiery Impulse the token. And then if this incentivizes them to Verdict, then I get to untap and Gearhulk dig through time, which is pretty nice. So they probably make a token here to impulse the token. A-Rock, thank you for the 3 months. Glad that you're liking the stream. Glad you're liking the in-depth explanations. I do my best. I do my best. Is the red-green deck, the Ramsanugan, the solution to Nykthos ramp? So I'm of the impression that the Nykthos ramp is so much faster, and the red-green deck has a hard time answering the mana dorks. And so, even though I haven't played the matchup, my impression is that the... Hold on, this is kind of a tough turn. I think I need to like instant speed Gearhulk to pressure counter spells here. We can let them put a counter on the Samurai. Also if they castle in a turn, we can Gearhulk dig through time. But again, my impression is that the mono green deck is favored against red green. I could be wrong, and like the card Ugin is like very good in the matchup. It doesn't hit their Karn stuff though. But A-Rock, thank you for 3 months. Appreciate you. J4, thank you for 4 months. Can I gift a sub? Can I sub a gift one sub to get a deck tech? No, and you know, with peace and love, I also don't love the negotiations for how I can get the deck techs. It's pretty well laid out, you know. No negotiations, no haggling. King Powers for 2 months. Appreciate you. By playing in any anniversary tournaments. I haven't looked into the anniversary tournaments at all. Maybe I will. If they attack, they definitely have verdicts. Okay, no verdict is awesome. So let's discard Magma Opus. Copy Gearhulk. Try to. You're good, Philip. You're good. I wasn't, talking exactly to you. I get those kind of questions a lot. I usually just kind of like to nip them in the bud a little bit. Thinking Orzhov mid-range style deck. I've been kind of looking at it. I do kind of like Vanishing Verse. Vanishing Verse is a card that I think is good against mono green and good in general. Actually, what if I go 2 damage here, 2 damage here, and then tap these two? Since my opponent's gonna kind of have to verdict, I kind of just want to send everything at them. Dovin's veto the Magma Opus. Sad. I think I just send everything at my opponent. I guess they get minus on the Gearhulk, but that's kind of fine if they're taking 11. They lose the Wandering Emperor. Yeah, via donations, Rick. So in my upkeep, they're marching my token. They have 1 card. Oh, it's an absorb. Okay, we could cash in the treasure token for an extra damage. I think I'll just keep the mana and creativity target. Now they get to Yorion next turn, 2 Omens. That's really bad for me. Although, they may not have any more creatures in their deck, so I can maybe put one of my creativities just at the Yorion. Is anyone try Just Sky Hinata? Yeah. Wait, they didn't. They just did Yorion. Okay. Is something like Alpine Moon we're saying? So historically, I have not been siding an Alpine Moon against mono green. That being said, it's maybe better than I thought. I guess they're gonna deluge here. Whoa, they didn't deluge. They just made a freaking human token. Surely what creatures would my opponent be playing? I'm trying to think. Doesn't really seem like there's too many candidates. We got 5/5 Shark, could maybe have made a 6/6. Dream Trawler. I'll take nightmare situations for $100, Alex. That's pretty bad. Okay, it's pretty bad too. Although I can put 2 Gearhulks into play, right? How many Gearhulks have I used? I've used 2, so I'm now out of Gearhulks. Okay, I guess I could have targeted the human token too, but the downside of that's pretty high. Consider. Din's not too bad. I think I'll still graveyard it. The old standard combo of Gearhulk Engulf the Shore, perhaps over Impulse. You need 1 mana removal spells in this format. You can't just, like, not kill the elves. Okay, the XLD Shark Typhoon here. Does this get lifelink or just first strike? Just first strike. Yeah, also you need, like, a bunch of islands, right? Thoughts on Hull over Din? Seems more likely that you want to attack with Hull than activate Din for creativity. Well, I was thinking Din for creativity was pretty relevant, but I think thinking that it's not is also like reasonable. Guess we're channeling here. If they're gonna shark here, they have to chump block a shark token, then they lose the Wandering Emperor at least. How's the Gargant mid-range deck I tried? It wasn't as good as I've liked it in the past, or it wasn't as good as I was hoping either. The Rakdos mid-range deck I still think is pretty reasonable. I think that I had some like metagame calls in the Golgari build that could have been better as well. President is Yorion, 3 mystery cards. Pretty likely to find a verdict soon. Or farewell. Faithful Absence. That's the destroy a Gearhulk, make a clue token. Okay, main phasing it too. Then Yorion? Yes, Yorion. So they need another Faithful Absence to survive, presumably. This is me, of course, presuming that they have no creatures to find, like in creativity, they're Yorion. I'm out of Gearhulks to creativity, by the way. Tech for Tang. Guess they can have a Dovin's Veto. 5-color humans. So I will say I've been pretty impressed by the Pyre of Heroes version that's been running around a little bit lately. Humans is also, a really difficult deck to build perfectly. It's one that is, has a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of different. Oh, but they have Portable Hold, but Portable Hold doesn't hit my Gearhulk. So they don't. They usually only play like 2 of these. So they have to have like, I guess, Azuria's Charm maybe is something they could have. Cool. It's kind of a funny way to win. I'll also say this, like. What humans I think is a good deck. I think that it's staggering to me how long it took humans to play Esper Sentinel. I remember like begging humans players for so long to play it. But I think that this core right here, like Champion, Sentinel, Hierarch, Meddling Mage, Lieutenant, Thalia, you shouldn't really touch like these cards here. And then the difficult thing about humans is building the top end, like cards like Mariner, Turok, Adeline, Imperial Recruiter, Reflector Mage. Like, these numbers are really, really tough to figure out, like, what's correct, what's not correct. You saw I sideboarded last night. Letting it to finish the match. I really like Adeline a lot. This card's obviously very strong. 4 copies is reasonable, maybe too many. The 1 copy of Turok is reasonable as well. But kicking it's probably actually kind of difficult. And then also, like, do you necessarily want to be playing for Silent Clearing when otherwise you probably would be wanting Horizon Canopy or the red-white one? Also, 0 freebooters is kind of interesting. It's probably fine. Let me say, I like the Reflector Mage version, the Recruiter version, or sorry, the Pyre version. Sorry. But I was also kind of liking not playing Recruiter at all when I was messing around with this in the past and playing for Adeline, and I was trying either Hamlet Captain or there was another 3-drop I was trying to. Oh, I was trying Ranger Captain and Hamlet Vanguard, and what I really liked about specifically. What I really liked about specifically playing Ranger Captain was that it both made you better against the Cascade decks, which were kind of tough matchups, or at least Rhinos was specifically. But Ranger Captain also found you your Burnington Forge Tinder, which you probably don't need me to say this, but Forge Tinder is like so important to beat the Fury decks, which are your worst matchups. So this is just kind of a collection of loose thoughts. I actually feel like I would be playing 4 Forged Cinders in the sideboard for the Ragavan burn and then Fury decks. Forged Cinders is just like your best sideboard card. And then I also don't love like how we have here what feels like largely a Recruiter 2-to-target sideboard, but you're only playing 3 Recruiters. So I think you should either be like more in on Recruiter and play 4 and play less Adelines, or just try to be as aggressive as possible and either play like Hamlet Vanguard or Ranger Captain. Okay, let's discard a Typhoon, I think, and a Magma Opus. Love to find a land. Love to go Narset with Dispute up here. Abzan Falconer kind of seems like nonsense, but maybe it's good against like specifically Yawgmoth. Yeah, it's always hard to give more than like, you know, what boils down to a collection of loose thoughts about this deck where Humans is like such a difficult deck to build. There's a lot of reasonable options, and we can go over like the pros and cons of the different versions, but it's hard to like just say definitively this is what you should or shouldn't do. Okay, 1/1 Shark. Black is important to kick Turok. Yeah, I understand, but I'm saying like, you know, you could cut the Turoks and not have to play all those black sources. There's cash in the Narset. Kind of looking for dig through time. Just trying to find a land. Okay, there we go. I could play another Fable here with Dispute up. That's probably fine. They know about the Dispute, but I'm kind of stopping them from resolving to Fairy or maybe Deluge. Heading into Metal Shift and Pioneer with Winota being crushed. Mono Green has kind of seemed to emerge immediately as like the deck to beat in the best deck. I've been playing against it in an insane number of matches lately. I'm hoping that people will start playing Mono Red and Auras. I may spend some time working on Auras soon. If they Wandering Emperor, I think I'll Dispute. Have I thought of revisiting Rogues? Yeah, maybe. Which Mono Red? Well, the more aggressive versions, not the Fires deck, if that's what you're asking. I think we'll make a 2/2 here, block. Yeah, I feel like Black White Auras is still pretty reasonable. I meant to spend some time working on it last night, but you know, obviously just so many hours in the day. So land would let me go Gearhulk, Opus with Dispute up. Seems worth. And then kind of making them Verdict again, or at least kill the Gearhulk or the Fable, because I could copy next turn. Auras didn't seem like it'd be that good against mono green. Historically, Auras has had like the best matchup. Oh boy. Historically, Auras has had the best matchup against mono green in the format. That being said, the mono green deck has had like a lot of really big upgrades lately. So while that has certainly been the dynamic in the past, you may be right that that might not be the dynamic anymore. But I would at least like to see some people trying it. I don't know if we have anybody in the chat who's been playing Auras, but if you have been and you feel like the matchup's good, I'd be interested in hearing, you know, I guess good or bad, hearing the feedback, right? I just love Reflection in this deck so much. Big Pioneers transitioning to Modern. Do you have any VODs on Yawgmoth combo? Not any recent ones, unfortunately. I would recommend following twitch.tv/demonic tutors. He's a really good Yawgmoth player, streamer. Okay, 2-0 this league. Haven't played mono green this league. Malding a little less. We're gonna go back to mono blue artifacts of modern. I do, yeah. We spent so much time with it post Neon Dynasty though. You go to 5. My opponent's going to 6 at least. Have a cube lately? No, there's too much to do in constructed formats. As much as I love cube. Alright. Doesn't feel great to bolt to 5 and get thought seized, but does feel great to not see a basic forest Llanowar elf. Is there any change in mono green after Winona's banned? You maybe don't have to play Grafdigger's Cage anymore, but Cage is still good against Phoenix, I guess. Yeah, rather mold to 4 than play against mono green. I don't know, it's just, again, I'm kind of a broken record, but probably good to cycle this. Like, I have plenty of cards that are good to, like, just discard for some value. If I draw lands, I'm going to be happy to get Thoughtseize tier 2. Just when you play against a deck like 7 out of 9 matches, or like 7.5 out of 9 matches, just so miserable. Would Runestone be better than Cage, but 2 degree swing? Yeah, maybe. I could see that change being the case. Like, I feel like the 1 mana on Cage was pretty relevant before. When it's missing lands, I'm going to Sokenzan them probably. Third Thoughtseize. I have a lot of good top decks though. You know, I'm a dig through time deck. Definitely do want to put some pressure on them because they've got the Castle Locked Wayne. And of course, like, these make my top deck creativities better. I think they're going to push here. Or they at least probably... With that pause, I can infer that they have a push and they're thinking about using it. Yeah. 4 cards in their hand. I don't know exactly what variant of mono black my opponent's playing. But I know I'm happy to draw a dig through time. So I dig for 3 mana. Not too much for 2 mana I'll really play, but maybe I'll fit like Den of the Bugbear. They've already cast 3 Thoughtseize too. Okay, play this, and now I'm gonna land away from Gearhulk dig through time. Red-black, okay. Not mono-black. Is thinking this deck so thing, they seem pretty good. I don't know. So like before this banning, I was like pretty happy cutting Shredder from, or Thinking the Ice from Phoenix in order to play Shredder. And that being said, I was also like, I don't really... Maybe my like sample size wasn't as big. Maybe I was running well then. Maybe I was running worse later. But I guess like I don't know. Like on Tuesday when we were kind of switched back to Pioneer, I was playing Phoenix and I think I was like 2-1 against mono green on the day, which is, you know, nothing too crazy, but at the very least is not like a terrible matchup. So I feel like I need more data there. But if mono green ends up being the best deck in the format, and like by far the most popular deck, like it kind of has been, then it does make some sense, I think, to main deck Thinking the Ice again, I think. Which is also nice because like now you also have like flex spots in Phoenix, like, you know, maybe do like a 3-3 split of Shredder Thinking the Ice or something. Ideally, you're not going more than 8 creatures, but you can. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Once this deck stops playing Harvester, it'll be so much better. Harvester always seems so bad. We mold to 5, we got Thoughtseize through time, and it's not close. Although they did mold to 6, I guess. Oh no. Why did I not Gearhulk there? What are you talking about? I did cast Gearhulk. Oh, Flash. I see. Late message. Wait. I messed something up. I don't know what it... I must have accidentally targeted a treasure. No, I didn't, because both of my things are dead. So are all my Gearhulks gone? 1, 2... Oh my gosh. 1 in graveyard, 1 in exile, 1 in play, 1 in hand. Oh, that's actually the win condition for that one card. 1 in graveyard, 1 in hand, 1 in exile. Sorry, I thought I still had 2. Opponent conceded anyways, but then we had a client crash. So click return to game. Okay. So again, against the Ajund variation of the mid-range deck, we are bringing a lot of Aether Gusts. I think it's the red-black version. I think on the draw, I want Aether Gust over like 2 of the Censors, but on the play, I think I'll play some more. I might go down on the Gust again. This hand's probably too high upside to mulligan. We're also on the draw. We have a couple cantrips to find lands. We have Fable to discard Opus, ideally for creativity. Thank you, Beretta with the 10 months. Thank you. My monthly ad was the Geico Gecko playing Portal. Love the brew. Thank you, Beretta. Enjoy your month of no ads. Hearse is definitely really good against me. Hearse is definitely really good. Yeah, we have creativity to kill the Hearse. But maybe we need to be playing like a Braid or something. Or Prismari Command. Is Prismari Command better than Shark Typhoon? Or would maybe like a split be good? I wonder. Prismari Command would also help kill some of the Karn targets, which is kind of nice. Why not Command over Magma? Over Magma Opus? Magma Opus is the best card of the deck, or like... right? I don't know if you're joking, but like Magma Opus, the fact that like you can just discard it from your hand to combo with your Gearhulk, the fact that it puts a token to play for creativity, it's just the perfect card for the deck. You can never play less than 4. Yeah, Prismari can also loot away the Magma. Like, the looting is fine. I'm exploring historic these decks play Command, but also discards an Opus. Yeah, but, like, Opus discards itself, so I feel like that's, like, not as relevant to me, but maybe I could change my attitude. Okay, just discard. Not sure, actually. Guess I'll go for creativity, Opus. Used to play the deck with 2 Prismari Command and 1 Sublime Epiphany instead of a 4th Censor. Yeah, that's what I don't like about Sublime Epiphany though, is I feel like it just gets stranded in the hand, where Opus never gets stranded in the hand. Okay, let's just discard these 2, I guess. Maybe get to Hearse them though. Since you never hardcast Typhoon anyway, you must be new to the channel. You must be new to the channel. We hardcast Shark Typhoon all the time here. Yeah, I do think a 2-2 split's fine. We at least like probably need to be playtesting the card. Nice duress. Got some 6 mana 5/6 flashes in the hand. Not too bad. Not this deck. I see no decks. I see. I also like have been feeling like this deck kind of wants more interaction. Cut 1 Censor, 1 Typhoon for 1 Prismari. I'm really not that interested in cutting Censor. Like the cheap interaction is nice. The ability to cantrip and like go into the graveyard for dig through time, I also feel like is really important. Okay, they don't have a crewer for the hearse, so I guess I have an attack. Bat, the Twitch Prime, appreciate you. Fire Info, Spread, and Strangle. I feel like the instant speed matters a lot. Strangle could be better though. You could also maybe play like, you know, an Abrade. You could also maybe play like a Strangle. Cathartic Pyre could be cool. Yeah. But again, like you don't really need to like loot away Magma Opus just because it's just already in the hand. But Cathartic Pyre may be okay with like dig through time. So you go in. I'm gonna cast the Gearhulk. I'm gonna put a 5/6 into play. If they don't have a crewer for the hearse, we're actually in pretty good shape. It was also maybe good for us that they didn't like hearse themselves last turn, because even if they do have a crewer, they can't block the Gearhulk. Block, then exile. Oh, that's true. They can do that. Although we get to attack, we get our triggers. We're attacking for 4, 6, 11. Not quite lethal, but I don't really know how they come back from this. I will say I think I'm unmolded for the time being. Things have been going pretty well. I think even if I see a forest land or elf, I'll be able to relax. Unmolded. For now. For like one. I'm unmolded enough to like be able to play against Mono Green one more time. Okay, we're 3-0, but we're really 2-0 because our round 1 opponent was watching the stream and decided to scoop instead of playing a match where they had seen my opening hand, which do not feel obligated to do so. If you accidentally see my hand, that's fine. Please close the stream after, but it's okay if you see my opening hand. I know that it happens a lot. I challenge you, Mono Green. Come and face me. I'm ready. I've readjusted my attitude. I've got an attitude adjustment. Come here, Mono Green. Let's go. You and me. But also let me win the die roll. Like, I even think like the banning of Expressive Iteration was fine. I think banning the Delve spells like was a better call, but like I do think Wizards correctly identified that the combination of Delve spells and Expressive Iteration was too much. Aha! You decided to answer my challenge! Mono Red. I probably should play Din, actually. Mono Green. You decide to answer my challenge. Although I did say I was supposed to win the die roll as part of the challenge. Kind of rude of you to not listen to me. Yeah, let's cycle the Censor. Okay, that's a very good draw. Very good draw. Hopefully this turn is just not too good. Wait, why didn't they play Nykthos first? Not sure exactly what we're doing with the Opus. I think it's probably just 4 damage to Kiora, which is not super ideal, but like killing the Old Growth Troll gives them cards off the Kiora. A little bit dig through time flooded too. 8 mana. Kira has so much loyalty, it's crazy. Alright, hopefully they don't mill over Storm. Dude, they're tapping response because they nicked those. Alright, good play, good play. They did hit another Nykthos. 22 mana. I feel like they should have actually just doubled the power there. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to block actually, because like creativity. I did ask for it, right? Didn't ask for it. Maybe I should be playing some negates. Let's try that. Okay, so we'll keep the dig through time because we have the Fable to fuel it a little bit. Would I sub for dig if I had to play Arena Historic? I don't know, dude. Maybe Memory Deluge, but it's kind of a big step down. When you have Impulse and they don't have a mana elf, it's always so unfair. I guess I could discard the Impulse. No, they kept the hand with no acceleration. I guess that's maybe fine against the red removal spell deck. Deluge doesn't work with Gearhulk? I mean, what do you want from me? I know it doesn't work with Gearhulk. There's not a good substitute. You can figure it out. Matt, sticking with 21 months. Appreciate you. Maybe Pioneer just will never be as good a format as everyone wanted. First few months of format were awesome. Yeah, it was first 3 months were awesome. I don't know. It's like the months were awesome and people act like the format got solved, but it was really Theros Beyond Death came out and the format was like really interesting. And then the metagame was literally 4 Theros Beyond Death decks. You know what I mean? Like yeah, people act like, oh, it got solved and it was bad, but it was really Theros Beyond Death made the format a lot worse. Dude, okay, discard 2 lands, draw 2 lands. It's kind of rough, but we do have dig through time. A lot of treasures now. Yeah, so I'll just wait because I may want to try to dig through time for a Negate or a Gust. I can't counter that. Can maybe Aether Gust it. That's good to draw a card. I did find Gust, and I found Creativity. Pretty good. Imhan with the deck tech. Celestia Coco. First thing I'm looking for is 4 Archon of Emeria. Good job, you got him. I would play 8 mana elves, 0 Gilded Goose. You're welcome. Alright, let's keep this plan. I also kind of like Brutal Cathar more than I like Skyclave. It's kind of interesting. Maybe Skyclave is better against mono green. But Cathar does hit the so like this hits their Planeswalkers and their Wolfwillow Haven. And this hits their Cavalier. But like this maybe is just better overall too. Like that card's really strong. I have to mulligan this. Okay, keep this, put back the Typhoon. Opponent's mull to 5. Are we gonna do it? Gonna beat mono green. I think that this list is like good, by the way. Like I think that these decks are good. I would like to see probably 3 Brutal Cathar, 2 Skyclave Apparition, and then the 4th Thalia Garden of Thraben over the first Elite Spellbinder in the main. Or you can maybe play 2 Adeline, 1 Elite Spellbinder, but I'm just like not super high on that card. Okay, it should be okay to play this tapped first. Or draw. That was a really, really good draw too. Like best draw actually. Trying to think if I ever really want to discard Magma Opus for a treasure this turn. It doesn't really cost us that much to have the ability to do so. As far as the sideboard goes, I don't like that you have like nothing against mono green. I know I'm kind of a broken record, but mono green definitely seems to be, you know, a deck to be respecting at the moment. Yeah, I guess that extra treasure is probably worth it. Also, we have an upside of like drawing another Magma Opus or Dig Through Time and like Creativity X equals 2. I don't know what's the sideboard against mono green for sure. Maybe so. There's like the green fight cards, like fight on fight cards. You could try to look at some of those. Fiendslayer Paladin's a cool card. I kind of like it. 4 Scavenging Ooze feels like way too many. I would be playing like maybe like 2 Hearses, like 3, like Hearse or Rest in Peace over Ooze. Probably just Rest in Peace. Like 3 Rest in Peace, none of those. I like the Sharns. The Spirit of the Labyrinths are cool. I don't know if they're good. The Eidolon's fine. Maybe like second Eidolon over the first Deafening Silence. Okay, so kill my token. Alright, so let me go discard Steam Vents. Negate? Negate's not too bad, but I'll discard Negate. And then just kill the Vivian, deal 3 to my opponent. Tap, tap. Used to play Stormtide Leviathan for this matchup. With creativity into it, they can't answer it. Oh boy. How did they beat Stormtide? I guess they have maybe Vivian. Oh, they can Karn for can they just Karn for Meteor Golem though? Yeah, they have the green Fight Hydra too. But they don't always play that card. I think that card's like not even stock actually. Probably should keep that one. So I'll graveyard that, I think, to Gearhulk back. Next turn. I'll attack with both. If they block the Poly K on the token here, I'll kill it with the Fiery Impulse. Don't think we're dying on the backswing. We've got no cards there. Hand, yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, Plukerdos can kill it. It's a cool thought. It's a cool thought. The Stormtide Leviathans. Yeah, they have probably a hard time racing it. Okay, they just take 9. Hard to feel too upset about that. Immediately, I guess just get a monstrous the Pelucranos, which is fine. Am I looking for strictly for payoffs that are castable without creativity? Not necessarily. Like, not necessarily, no. Alright, this should be GG. It just feels good to win one. Just feels good to win one. I guess it's a little bit better to do this on their upkeep, but I guess it doesn't matter. They have no cards. This is slow roll. Sorry, I mean unintentional slow roll. Just playing so scared. Okay, let's get a trophy prediction going. We're 4-0. You ever just like scared and you just like slow rolled intentionally? I don't know. Oh. Oh, hold on. I even messed up. I thought that this was over. Okay. I thought we were just having some like game-ending lag. Even extra BM. Okay, prediction live for the trophy. We're 4-0, though we're really 3-0. Because our round 1 opponent didn't want to ghost us. Alright, definitely have to keep the Opus creativity hand. What's on a mold to 6 on the play, mold to 5 on the play. Yeah. Also, like, Hinata's just a 4-mana 4/4 unless you have Opus. Although, I guess Winota was a 4-mana 4/4 unless you had creatures, huh? Wow, really says a lot about our society. Tap Sacred Foundry after a mold of 5 into a Den of the Bugbear for the powerful Band and Legacy Dreadhorde Arcanist. Gotta be feeling pretty good about our spot. Scatter played in Webkin Leaves. Notable heroic player. Okay, we've been doing a lot of talking about hero decks. I guess heroic is the ultimate hero deck, huh? Okay, it's got a lot of damage. They hit me for 10. Okay. Shrink's back down 2/2/4 though. They've got 1 card in their hands. If they have another Reckless Rage, we could be kind of scared. Censor doesn't really do much against that though. So I think I just play a Fable. And hope for the best. Heroic's probably pretty good against mono green. Copium. My opponent has 1 card in their hands. I think I'm gonna take this so I can try to double Opus next turn. I just need a land. I've got 3 looks. Oh, I guess they're just gonna. But if they block, I get to kill the Arcanist. That's fine. Yeah, but I actually don't. I only get to Opus once here. Too bad. Okay, so up a game against Heroic. So they play a pretty even split of red and white creatures. I think I'm going to want all the Gusts, and I'm trying to think if I want the Fries. I probably want the Fries. Just cut these Censors and 2 Typhoons. Is Tomic semi-reasonable cyber card against mono green? If you have them, I'm bringing them in. They stop Wolf Willow Haven and, like, Kiora Minus. Playing the villain deck, are we? This Go Live notifications said that this was both a hero deck and a good deck. Any deck that's not mono green is currently hero deck. Best fast food fries? They're not really fast food, but my favorite French fries are from Fuddruckers, which is not a swear word. It's a restaurant in America. Thank you, Sound. Five Guys? Five Guys is just so expensive. I remember, like, I was visiting my cousins in Georgia once, and I just went to Five Guys by myself when they were all, like, out for the day, and it's just so... so expensive. It's like $20 for a fast food meal. Like, if I'm going to spend $20 on a meal, I'm just like, I'm not going to Five Guys, you know? Fuddruckers is expensive. I feel like it's not as expensive as Five Guys, right? Maybe I'm misremembering. It's also, I think, better than Five Guys. I don't know. It's really good. When I was, like, 16, 17, like, they had a deal where if you ate a pounder, which is like a 1 pound patty, you would get your picture on the wall. And I was, like, a skinny, like, 16, 17-year-old kid. But I would, like, make money mowing lawns. I would go there on the weekends. And I would pound back the pounder, finish all my fries, and finish like a giant chocolate milkshake. I had my picture on the wall like many times. It was awesome. Good times. Now I can't really imagine eating that much, but it was good memories. I think I'll allow this auto-modded comment. Aspiring Spike added permitted term buttfuckers. Which is a reference to the Idiocracy restaurant train. Sorry, YouTube video. It's too funny. Little Pup, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate you. Stories like that's what Europeans think of when they make fun of Americans. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was just, when your metabolism when you're a kid is like, or a teenager, is just so high. Like, back then I could just eat whatever I wanted and just, like, I never, like, even gained any weight at all. I was just super skinny. Like, I had a hard time putting on, like, muscle mass, too. But then it was, like, like 21, 22. I was, like, I lifted, like, a lot of weights. I got kind of, like, shredded. And then Esther came in and corrupted me with her love and her cooking. And now I'm just kind of a pudgy Spike. This card's pretty cool. Heroic to Connive. basically double strike heroic with the card filtering too. No, Esther's great. Nothing bad to say about Esther ever. She actually has been making a bunch of like baked potatoes and steak lately. It's been a good couple days. Ooh, Hearse is so good against me. I'm excited to get these Prismari commands in the deck to help deal with Hearse. Illuminator vs. Rose, one of my favorite limited cards of all time. Dude, I remember I used to love Fencing Ace back in, like, Dragon's Maze draft, where you could pick up some, like, really good pump spells and, like, combat tricks in the Boros packs. Okay, I'm taking 4 again. Hopefully we can find a rule spell for the Virtuoso here. Yeah, Prismari Command definitely looking pretty good. Not in the deck yet, but hopefully getting into the deck soon. Okay, let's discard, I think, just 2 lands. Kind of greedy to attack. Oh, we can't really attack because they can block and then crew. Although then we would get to kill this with the Fiery Impulse. That would actually be pretty good. Yeah, I'd rather kill the Hearse. And then we're definitely in, like, dicey situation, but we have the chance to, like, top deck out of it. Yeah, this would be a good Stormtide Leviathan matchup. The Stormtide Leviathan tech is, like, pretty interesting. The problem is, like, they can have Meteor Golem, they can have 4-mana Vivian, which is not very stock, but they can have it. They can have Voracious Hydra. There's a lot of cards they can have. They have 1 card. Probably gonna have to chump block with the Fable this turn. That's fine. I've chump blocked before. I'll chump block again. Sideways with the 8 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, we're talking about the Stormlight Leviathan like as like a auto win against the mono green matchup, which it's like interesting, but and like not even every list even plays Meteor Golem too. And then, like, the Stormtide Leviathan's gonna kill them in 3 swings. It can kill Planeswalkers if it has to, which it shouldn't have to. Oh, no, Mono Green just kills you with the combo. Mono Green just kills you with the combo. No, Stormtide Leviathan's bad. They'll just kill you with the Pestilent Cauldron combo every time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Void Winter will do it either, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, 1 card in hand. Probably die to some cards here. Yeah, die to, like, Titan Strength. It'd be crazy to sideboard Shredder. A lot of decks like Phoenix with this opponent would double spell for you. The problem with having Shredder in your deck is it turns off your creativities. Although maybe creativity into Shredder ain't too bad, huh? Maybe that's not too bad after all. Yeah, Storm Type is good to like keep in the back of your mind. Oh wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Pretty good rips, huh? I think I discard the dig too. And we drew Fry? Not used to being this lucky. I'm just gonna upkeep Gearhulk them. Then we can start copying Gearhulk. Life will be good. Stormtide, you're probably killing them before they can do the combo. I mean, you Stormtide on turn 4, and they can combo turn 4. You know what I mean? I don't think it's. I think that that's not true. Okay, 4 damage divided here. Tap these two. Life Forever, Rending Volley. Yeah, this kills Narset, Niv Mizzet, 6-mana Niv Mizzet, Teferi. But Rending Volley being 1 mana is also pretty relevant. Do we have them dead, actually? 10 plus 6 is not quite lethal. But that was good enough. Okay, trophy, feeling pretty good. Feeling a bit better. From Malding super hard to 8-2 on the day. Trophying. The swings, the swings, the swings. Ooh, we opened the Liliana of the Veil 2 in our packs. Nothing else really. I'll open my Kaldheim pack too. The reroll. Ooh, that's probably like the best thing we could have opened. Maybe Valky. Okay, and then we're going to run it back, and now we're going to be playing Prismari Command over